If you just realized that your Disneyland trip falls during grad night, then you might be panicking and thinking, wait a second, is this going to completely ruin my trip? Like, are the parks going to be packed? Is it going to feel chaotic? Should I reschedule? Take a deep breath because you do not need to panic. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what grad night is and exactly what it feels like in the parks and how to plan your day so you can still have an amazing Disneyland trip even on grad night days. Hello, I'm Melissa with Mix and Some Magic, and I help you plan your Disneyland trip so that you can skip the stress and actually enjoy your day. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I share tips and strategies and park secrets to help you have the very best Disney day ever. Okay, so let's start with what grad night actually is, because once you understand it, then it already feels way less intimidating. So grad night is a special ticket event just for graduating high school seniors, and it happens on select nights in May and June. It takes place inside Disney California Adventure, and it's basically like their big celebration. There are dance parties and special entertainment and food and photo ops and of course all the rides. So it's just this huge graduation party for seniors inside the park. But here's what most people misunderstand. Yes, the actual grad night party happens in California Adventure at night after the park closes to regular guests. That's when the official grad night party begins. But most of these students are not just showing up at 9 p.m. for the party. There are actually different ticket options. Some of the students attend only the after hours party, but most of them have tickets that include access to the parks earlier in the day. So they're definitely going to be around before the party starts, like well before the party begins. So you'll see them both in Disneyland and in California Adventure, usually starting in the afternoon and then building into the evening. And I think this is really important to understand because sometimes people think, oh, I'll just avoid California Adventure at night and I'll be totally fine. But the reality is the crowd increase actually starts earlier than that. So again, it's not something to stress about. It just means that your strategy needs to focus on that morning advantage that you're going to have and planning your afternoon a little more intentionally. And really quick, let me give you the exact grad night dates for this year so you can plan, because that's going to be super helpful for your trip. So grad night is happening, like I said, select nights in May and June. Here's all the 2026 dates. May 8th, 12th, 13th, 15th, 17th, 20th, 21st, 28th, and 31st. And June 3rd, 5th, 7th, 10th, and 12th. So if your trip falls on any of those days, then that's when you're going to see the biggest impact from grad night. And something I always recommend, if you have flexibility in your schedule, then try to plan your park days around these dates. But if you don't, then that's okay. That's why we're talking about strategy in this video. It's okay if you can't. And one quick tip here, if you are staying multiple days and can't avoid a grad night, then try to make a grad night day your shorter park day or maybe your rest day, and then plan your full longer park days on non-grad nights. Because that one small change can make a really big difference in how your trip feels overall. That's actually my plan. I will be visiting on a grad night and we do not have park hoppers, so I'm going to make the grad night our DCA day. So we'll get there early. We will enjoy low crowds for the first half of the day. We're going to use Lightning Lane, and then our plan will be to head out around dinner time when things start to get extra crowded. Then we're going to go home and have an early night, and that sounds like a good thing to me. Now, if you are like me, I know what you're probably picturing for grad night. The first time I went, then I had this whole like dramatic image in my head of huge groups of wild, crazy teenagers running like chaotically everywhere and long lines and cutting in line and just a terrible experience. But honestly, it wasn't like that at all. Yes, there are more teenagers in the park, and yes, it gets busier, but most of them are just excited and they're dressed up and they're taking pictures and they're hanging out with their friends, and it actually adds a really fun energy to the park. Are there occasionally louder groups? Sure. but it's not overwhelming and it's definitely not something that's going to ruin your trip. That being said, timing here is everything. Mornings are great because teenagers, they like to sleep in, especially when they know that they're going to have DCA to themselves late into the night. Midday is still manageable. It's really late afternoon and into the early evening when it starts to feel quite a bit busier, because that's when the grads start arriving in full force. So instead of thinking this whole day is going to be bad, then think, I just need to win the morning and have a plan for later, and everything's going to be great. Let's talk about a few tips, though they will help. Number one is arrive early. If you take nothing else from this video, this is the one thing I want you to know. You want to get there early, like rope drop early. And if you're not totally sure what rope drop looks like or what rides to prioritize first, don't freak out, because I created a rope drop cheat sheet that's super simple. It's one page. It tells you exactly where to go first, everything you need to know about rope drop, so you're not standing there at park opening and being like, what do we do now? Because on Grad Nite days, then mornings are your biggest advantage because teenagers aren't waking up early on their big Disney party day. So while they're sleeping in, then you're going to be getting on ride after ride with short wait times. And if you follow a solid rope drop plan, you can honestly get more done in the first few hours than most people will be able to do all day. Tip number 2 is Lightning Lane. We got to talk about Lightning Lane. You should use Lightning Lane because if there was ever a day when it was worth it, then it's a Grad Nite day. But here's the thing, Lightning Lane only works if you know how to use it. Otherwise, it's really easy to spend the money and then feel like, oh my gosh, I think I just wasted my time and money, and I don't want you to feel like that. So I actually have a Lightning Lane cheat sheet as well, so that you can quickly figure out how to use Lightning Lane efficiently. It talks about like what rides to book first, how to stack your return times, how to modify them, things like that. And that information alone will change your whole day. Because on busy days like Grad Nite, the difference between doing a handful of rides and getting so much done really comes down to how you use Lightning Lane. So I want you to be able to use it correctly. Tip number 3 is use the Disneyland app. It's basically like your control center for your whole day, and it really helps if you know how to use it because you're going to be on it constantly, checking wait times and mobile ordering food and booking Lightning Lanes. It's best if you know how to use it before you get to the parks. So take some time and understand how to use it before you actually show up to Disneyland so that you know where everything is and it just kind of feels more seamless. Tip number 4 is park hopping smartly. If you have a park hopper, then this is where you can really out-strategize the crowds, because the grads with park hopper tickets, they will start in Disneyland because they're going to be at DCA all night. So one of my favorite strategies is to do the opposite. You start your day in California Adventure, enjoy those lower crowds earlier in the day, and then in the afternoon, evening, when things start to get busier, hop on over to Disneyland. Now, if you need help planning your trip, if you want it all laid out for you, if you need to know more about rope dropping and Lightning Lane and rider switch and parking and hotels and everything about Disneyland, then that's why I created my cheat sheets and my planning guides, because then you don't have to try to figure it all out by yourself when you're busy and stressed. You can just have it all right there in front of you, and it makes a huge difference. So I will put links down below for those. Tip number 5 is a big one, and this is knowing when to leave. This is huge and honestly kind of freeing because you do not have to stay all day. If you rope drop and you use Lightning Lane effectively and you hit your priorities early, then you can leave in the late afternoon or early evening and still feel like you had an amazing full day at Disneyland. Tip number 6 is set your expectations. And this one is more of a mindset shift, but it really matters because yes, it's going to be busy, especially later in the day, but if you expect that and you plan around it, then it's not going to feel frustrating. It's just going to feel like part of the day and you are going to be ready for it. Now, we do need to talk about something that people worry about. What if there are issues? What if the teens are being loud or disruptive or disrespectful? Here's the reality. Disney has very clear rules in place for Grad Night attendees, and there's a lot of supervision. There are chaperones and cast members, and Disney is really very quick to step in if something crosses the line. So, if you do run into a situation where something feels off, or maybe a group is being too loud or cutting lines or making your experience unpleasant, you don't have to just deal with it. You can absolutely go to a cast member, let them know what's going on, and they will handle it. That is literally their job. But again, those situations are pretty rare, and I really don't think you'll probably come across that at all. So here's the bottom line. Grad Night is not something that you need to necessarily avoid. It just means you need a strategy. If you get there early, if you use Lightning Lane wisely and stay flexible, you can still have an incredible Disneyland day. Like I said, I'm visiting on a Grad Night. I'm not worried or stressed about it. It's going to be totally fine. And if you want help planning your trip, like a step-by-step touring plan, anything like that, I've got all of that in my Disneyland Planning Guide. And don't forget the Lightning Lane cheat sheet and the rope drop cheat sheet, because that's going to be really helpful for you as you are planning your trip. It's all linked down below. They're all designed to make it feel simple instead of overwhelming. And if this video helped you at all, make sure you like and subscribe. That helps me out. Thanks so much for watching. See ya.